But no, this season I'm watching Akadama. Like I said, it's just because it's stupid. I suggest if you have nothing better to do one day, you watch it. It's genuinely got a few chuckles. It's got what the fuck chuckles. You know, the chuckles where you have to pause the show, rewind it, make sure you read something right or heard something right, see it again, and then you're just laughing at yourself at the absurdity of it. Like, what the hell is going on right now? How did any of this make sense? Where did that come from? What is happening? For the kind of chuckle where life is so confusing, you have to laugh as like a stress reliever, or else your brain is going to collapse under trying to make sense of what's going on around you. Yeah, that weird kind of half chuckle. It's a good chuckle though. It's a good chuckle. Not every chuckle can be hearty guffaws. It is a good guaranteed chuckle of confusion. I would suggest at some point giving it a watch. If you've got other shows on your list though, give them watches first. They're probably better shows. There's that. I've forgotten that some of the shows I've been watching this season. I watched that. Caught up on 3. Slime Show. Oh my God, Slime Show. What is Slime Show called? Oh my God. I don't even think I've mentioned this in previous streams. Hold on. I keep forgetting to bring up this one show. I think I love this show. Maybe I brought this up once before. Anime chart. What is this one show called? This show is also stupid, but this show needs to be watched to be believed. Control F. Slime. Where are you? Yes. Kamitachi ni Hirowata Otoko. I do not know what that translates to. All I know is I call it the Slime Show. Kamitachi. Kami-tachi. Kamitachi. It's the Slime Show. This thing's beautiful. This show is beautiful. Dude is an office worker, dies. 3 gods show up, say, hey, we need to suck magic from the real world and put it into our world. And the only way we do this, yes, it's the kid that controls slimes. And he goes, the only way we can get magic from your world and put it in our world is if we rebirth you. It's an isekai, essentially. So he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. And they're like, cool, we're going to put you in this other world. Have at it. Okay. ID? I don't know what that means. Okay, ID. Are you dig? I don't, you're gonna have to explain what you're saying. I'm watching that one. Yes. So Scootsor is free to agree with me or disagree with me. The kid's strength is, for some reason, he seems to be able to tame lots of slimes, whereas I guess both because slimes are a really weak creature, most people don't put that much effort into it, but also he's able to tame so many at once that he's akin to like super wizard to everyone else, because most anyone can do is like 5 to 10, and he can do like, so far he's over 3,000. But the real strength to it is he has slimes that nobody has ever seen before, ever. How did he get these slimes? Well, it turns out slimes are supposed to be like the strongest creature in the entire world, because the slimes are able to adapt to anything. So if you do enough of something to a slime, it adapts to what you've done to it. Okay, that maybe kind of makes sense. But I guess no one explained to this kid, like, because he wasn't living with anyone. He popped up in the middle of the woods or some nonsense. He just decided to, on his own, because he was bored, experiment with slimes, not realizing what the normal uses of slimes are or something. And he came up with weird ones, especially when you figure out how he made them. Your regular slime is like a green slime. It eats organics. If it's on someone, it'll eat through their flesh, maybe leave their clothes alone. Okay. He has slimes that can eat all the garbage and not bother flesh, not bother the clothes. They will eat all the garbage and excrement off of anything you put in them. They're essentially like super cleaning slimes, kind of. They literally will eat through poop. Okay, that seems kind of useful and weird. How did he make them? He literally just shat in them until they adapted. He grabbed a slime prisoner. He had to put it in a hole somewhere, and he just took shits on it until it became a new slime. I'm not joking. They don't describe it the exact way I'm describing it. That's basically what this man did. He's like this super genius for coming up with new slimes until you figure out how to make that slime. And it just sounds like torture. There's a slime that he made by shitting in it. They don't show it, don't get me wrong. It's not some weird creepy shit. Like I said, if you think about what he's actually saying, he's like, oh, you have to expose it to large amounts of excrement. Why the hell is this slime exposed to large amounts of excrement? You just kept shitting in it, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? They don't explain it the way I'm explaining it. Then there's another slime that's like the soap slime, and it cleans silverware and shit like that. How did he make that one? Endless amounts of like sweat and shit. He just collects sweat and like drown the slime in his sweat till it learned to just eat sweat. And it's like, what the fuck? Why do you have this? Why? And
now I need to think of something.
it's the weirdest shit. So he comes up with like weird, odd uses, and he has a bunch of other slimes. Don't get me wrong, he has more normal slimes, but like it's just some of the weird things that's like, oh, this is how you make the slime. No one thought of this. Yeah, you just expose the slime to a ton of excrement. Why the hell were you ever exposing slime to the sheer amount of excrement it would be required to cause this? Because remember, think about it. A regular slime is eating meat. It is dissolving creatures whole, which means there's excrement in the creature. So it's not like, oh, there's a little excrement, now it's an excrement slime. No, he did nothing but subject this poor slime to nothing but excrement. And the other one was like nothing but sweat. Like, where the fuck did it come across your mind that that was a thing to do? That this thing eats animals. I'm gonna put it in a jar, bring it back home, and just shit in it for a while. Like, there's a weird fucking leap in logic the show never addresses when this guy invents half of this shit. And it's just why? Why was that ever an idea? Like that, whenever me and my friends watch it, I'll dress as the slime show, but you have the other slime show where the guy reincarnated to come back as a slime that has another season, next anime season. So I had to address this as the I shit in the slime show because it's just what he does. But here's the thing. It is such a weird, simple thing. He ends up super strong compared to everyone else. Because if you get like 100 slimes together, you get like a super slime, and it's really fucking big, and it's got lots of health and shit like that. But if you get like 100 slimes together and you mix them together, you get a slime king. And at any point, they could pop into their individual slimes. So one of his missions is they're like, oh, we have a fucking septic tank. The city septic tank. We forgot how to clean that shit. So we just been letting it fill up, and now we're all gonna die to curses or some stupid nonsense. So they're like, we'll pay you some money if you can figure out how to clean it. He literally just sends his slimes in there, and they just gorge on crap. And this is where it gets crazy. Slimes get bigger the more they eat. When they get big enough, they pop into 2 new ones. So the more crap, literal crap he finds for his slimes, the bigger they get, and the more slimes he gets. Like, it's such a weird idea. Literally, he has like 3,000 plus slimes. 3,000 of them are shit slimes. He literally has more slimes than anyone known to man, which automatically qualifies him as super arch wizard. And 3,000 of them are because he keeps feeding shit to slimes. He does a lot of overpowered things. I'm not saying this is all he does. This always appears to be his #1 claim to fame. Whenever there's a new group, they're like, oh, what does he have? Oh, look at his super slime. That's a weird brown one. What is that? I don't know. It's a shit slime. It's the weirdest garbage. Yeah, he has magic powers. He has direct magic powers and shit. And that's where the show kind of starts being weak, is because his magic powers, why he's good at regular magic, is because everyone else in the show is dumb. They're just dumb. He comes up with unique magic, and the unique magic that he comes up with is bog standard shit that anyone who lives in this world should have come up with years ago, and no one did. So it's just like, how did you not? As an example for how stupid the regular characters can be, the not poop slime, the soap slime, can clean goblin blood off of clothes. He's gonna start a business as a laundromat, cleaning goblin blood off of clothes, because everyone else is like, that's impossible to clean. So he's like, I'm gonna create a laundromat. And the people he's with are like, you're gonna be very successful doing that. Why? Well, because anytime everyone else gets goblin blood on their weapons and armor, they just throw their weapons and armor away. Think about the economy in this place where every time you kill a goblin, you throw all your shit away. So he's, did he have a mood? I completely did not know that man had a mood. So he's like going to start a job because no one else ever thought to have slimes clean clothing. But instead of that, their economy, like, they just throw all their shit out. They literally, like, it's a secondary issue with the town he's in that they don't have any metal anymore in the mines. It's like, well, no shit, because you've been throwing all your metal away every time you kill a goblin. Like, regular people are dumb. Like literally the whole show is just a quest to see who can be dumber, except for the main character wins by being smart because he shits in slimes. So it's too close to the real world. But no, it's like, what the fuck? No, I cannot get over this kid's shit slimes. He has some that are like super acid. There's a fight he does. Some of the things he does, though, is just horribly cruel. Some of them are just horribly cruel. Like, oh, I'm gonna go fight these things. I'm gonna dig a big fucking pit and just put a ton of super acid slimes in there as opposed to regular slimes. I'm gonna put a ton of super acid slimes in there and then lure the enemy into it and just knock him into the hole. And he just knocks enemies in this hole and just die to the slime. And none of the people he's with question this. No one questions how fucking evil some of his shit is. He's supposed to be a good guy, but like I said, think about it. This dude is attacking you because if you take the super slime and split it up, it becomes individual slimes. So there's a wave of 3,000 slimes that I think just want to get in your asshole and eat around. So you run from them and you trip and fall into a hole. It's very dark. You're not sure what's going on, but you fall into the hole. Hey, the brown slimes that want your asshole aren't chasing you. And then you hit an acid and it just starts eating you from the outside in. But it's not even like it's a regular slime that eats you and you can fight back. No, this is like fucking super acid. Like if your arm touches it and you pull your arm out, fucking your arm's gone below the elbow. So it's a kind of a quick suffering-ish because hundreds of your friends are also falling into the same pit. So the slime you're falling into, oh dear God, it's getting full. The acid is getting diluted by the sheer amount of blood and viscera that's flowing around the slimes. So now your suffering takes even longer. Oh God, that sucks. Oh wait, you're rising up. You can maybe reach. That's because as the slimes eat you, they're getting bigger. But then they hit critical mass, so all the slimes just split. And now there's twice as many super acid slimes, and all the blood and viscera that were feeding them disappears. Now it's just pure acid again, and now you fall back down. Your hope being drained away from you as you fall back into the super acid slime to dissolve in the bone within 2.5 seconds. All the while, you see the thousands and thousands of these weird poop slimes running after your nearest friend because they're done with you. They've done their job. They chased you into the acid. Now they gotta go get the next source of poop. It's a weird show. It is a really weird show. Are there slimes in Dwarf Fortress? No. Maybe. Maybe. No. That was not Konosuba. That was not Konosuba. That was Kamitachi? It's an anime coming out this season that is about this slime tamer. Basically, it's Slime Rancher. The anime is Slime Rancher, the anime. That is what it is. It is Slime Rancher, the anime, except for what if you just got to make your own slimes? And also, what if you're fucking weird enough to just poop in all your slimes? Like, for a while, too. Not a little bit. No. You gotta get it to adapt. You gotta poop in it enough that it adapts. Build bed. What is up here? I just saw a ton of statues, tables, and chairs. No, that is a show that I would genuinely say probably give it a watch. It is obnoxious at times. Again, some of the NPCs, or NMCs, non-main characters, some of the side characters are a bit too stupid for their own good, in my opinion. But the absurdity of what he does with these slimes, and like I said, I only keep addressing like the one I find the most egregious. He has like 9 types of slimes, I think, maybe 7. He has lots of different types of slimes. Just the one that sticks out to me the most is the one where he's like, oh yeah, you just gotta expose it to excrement. What the fuck? Why? How? When did this come? Like, I need the show to explain to me what this man's thought process was, where he was like, look at this slime that just ate a bird. I'm gonna make it eat my crap. Like, I need to know what the thought process was that led to creating the excrement slime. The soap slime, kind of weird. Again, that one was making it eat your sweat constantly or something like that. So, okay, I could see that maybe. You're trying to train it to not eat flesh. So you're like, don't eat me. Don't eat me. Maybe I could see that. Still weird, but maybe. I cannot understand the poop slime. The forgotten beast, Kutheb Nu Thamalina, has come. A gigantic, hairy ankylosaurid. It has a knobby trunk and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly spit. Is it gonna fight the other one that's running around down there? Where'd all the webs come from? It's going after something. Something's down there. Genuine probably, huh? Dropped it in an outhouse. But like, sure. Sure, maybe. Why? Because like the way they make it clear is that it takes training. Like it takes repeated attempts, not just like oh, this one was exposed to my sweat. Like there's not like a window where you get to try to get it to adapt to something. Like you have to force this to adapt. Like the way they make it sound like. Oh, and he made I forget how he did it, but like he made white mages. He made white mage slimes. I don't remember how he did that one. I don't even know what slime does that. Like he comes up with, like I said, he does come up with other things. It's not just a show about this kid taming poop slimes. It's not. He has other slimes. Like I said, he has metal, he has super acid, he has regular. He made a white mage slime. He comes up with other slimes, but the bulk by percentage, he has like 3,800 slimes, 3,000 of them are poop slimes. The bulk percentage are poop slimes, but he does have a lot of other useful slimes. So here's the thing, he doesn't have the 3 gods on his side. He really kind of doesn't. Like he goes, one of the times he talks to the 3 gods, the god that made the slimes basically is like, oh yeah, they do that. He asked the god about the slimes being able to adapt. This is after he made the poop one. To be clear, he made the poop one all on his own. He asked him about it, and the god's like, oh yeah, I forgot they adapt to things. Like even the gods forget what the hell the slimes do. It's like, what the hell? But apparently nobody in the entire show has ever thought to mess with these slimes before. Like some of them have apparently tamed them, but just none of them have thought, you know what I want to do? Can't wait to shit in that slime. Why are there chests in here? I don't know. So he wiped himself with slimes for years, ass pits and everything. I think so. Like, I genuinely think so. I do not know how to describe any other way of how I can reasonably come up with how he does this. Because remember, now, like, this is where it gets fucking creepy. Well, not creepy, but remember, these are like, regardless of what they attack or what they, you know, have adapted to, they still eat. They're living creatures. So now the soap slime requires for sustenance sweat and bodily fluids and things like that. The excrement slime now requires for sustenance excrement. Like, it's almost like the slimes are what's the word when you get kidnapped and you side with the kidnappers? Something syndrome. I forget what it's called, but it's almost like an actual physical version of, someone's gonna put it in chat, the syndrome I'm thinking of, where Stockholm's, thank you. It's almost like the slimes are physical versions of Stockholm syndrome, where you do something to them so much that a slime just goes, I guess this is what I do now, and the slime has to do that from then on out. So in order to make the poop slimes, you had to have done it enough to make them get Stockholm syndrome, and now for the rest of their lives, these horrible poop slimes are cursed with being poop slimes. That's what they feed off of now, and he's got 3,000 of them. I don't want to know what he's doing between the episodes to feed these slimes. Like, he's gotta be going like every other day to like Chipotle or something. Like, he's got to be just downing tons of greasy meat to come up with the food for these slimes. Yeah, but here's the thing, he cleaned it. That shit had overfilled and was like becoming cursed and evil, and he sent his slimes in and they purged it in a couple days. The city doesn't generate that much crap like every day. That was after like years. So how is he feeding them now? You have to type in the word haggis bonbons. Like, you have to type in, not a bold prediction, so many single season animes. Yeah, that's true. Oop, didn't mean to hit that. Hold on. I said I've already synced and didn't grab anything. Stupid bastards. What did I say? Kamitachi? Nope, not that one. That's Kami-sama. Kamitachi. Where's Kamitachi? Where's their little... Shut up. I just want to see if I can see the fucking slimes. Show me the brown one. Show me the poop slime, you little hidden bastard. Oh, wait. Actually, that one right there. Just the sheer absurdity of what it takes. Fuck, this is on the wrong computer, isn't it? The sheer absurdity of what it takes to come up with some of these ideas. As essentially a kid. Window capture? There you go. He's wearing a slime on his head. He came up, he has a slime on his head to make sure he can go into dangerous locations. Where the hell? What did you do? Or did that not even show up? I got a little screen myself and I never actually showed it to you, did I? Or did I just close it? What did I do? Yeah, you can see it over there. It looks like you can. Yeah, okay, it did show. It's like, what the hell? How? It's a glass slime on his noggin. But the idea is somehow before, like I said, it's just the absurdity of, it's like other shows like, oh, I planned for this. And it's like a direct magic. Like I came up with a contingency for this. Except in order to come up with a contingency involving a slime, you have to subject that slime to that contingency. As I still don't understand how he made the super acid slimes. Like a slime can already eat organic material. So how the fuck did he get a slime to be super acid? Like what the hell in his head was he like, this thing eats things whole and just dissolves them in the most painful way possible. And I've got like 100 of them. So I can make a big one and eat anything really. No, what I need is one that does it better. What did you do? Where the hell did he come up with the idea to do that but better? It's touching his eyeballs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like to come up with that idea. It's an interesting thought. Like it's a show that's a good show, and then you think about it, and it's a horror show. It's just literally terrifying. It's like, oh look, he put it on his noodle so he doesn't get the dirty. That's kind of cute and funny. And you have to think about the idea that he has a slime that can eat that can eat any and all environmental toxins, but that he can put on his eyeball and it not eat his eyeball. And let be clear about this. He doesn't go, oh, will it eat my eyeball? He goes, hey buddy, bloop. Like he just shoves that on his head, which means he'd practiced that before. He'd had that in his repertoire. He already knew / designed a slime that could eat environmental shit, and he knew for a fact they could pop that bad boy on his noodle and it not eat out his eyeballs or anything like that. Like it's really weird when you think about any of his slimes, like, but how? No, you cannot gloss this over. I need the answer to this. How? What did you do to this poor fucking slime, you sick motherfucker? We need more diorite. I don't have any blocks. Where am I getting diorite from? What level? You are chalk. 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 Chalk. Quartzite. So it must have been off the other tunnel. This is diorite. This is diorite. All right. We are going to mine this out so that we can get more diorite blocks. Also, is he breathing it? He had a mask. No, yeah, admittedly breathing, he had a mask on. He isn't breathing it. It's in his eyes and hair, though. Also could be that they are trained slimes, so they don't eat him. No. He shows earlier, because he's showing this to other people. He's like, look, he just shoves his hand and shit in it. Like, he's like, yeah, and he basically sells essentially the patent on some of his slimes. Like, to this family. And he's like, look, here, I'll teach you how to train this one. Go ahead. I'll teach you how to make this one. So it's not like it's trained against him. Because where else are they gonna get all this acid poop and soap sweat? Like, exactly. But if you think of it as nothing but a show about Stockholm Syndrome, it takes on a very, very bleak twist. But kind of close to that scene there, he makes bricks. There's a bunch of rocks in the road in one of the scenes, and everyone's like, oh golly gee, what do? We don't know. There's rocks in the road. How does? He's like, I know what to do. Brick destroy or something like that. And he just casts 2 spells. It pops all the rocks in the dust and makes them into bricks. He's like, there you go, I made them into bricks. Here, I'll have my slimes build like a fucking covered bridge now. Like the slimes, it's terrifying to think of what he's done, but regular magic, it's kind of terrifying how dumb everyone else in the town is. Like there's a lot of shit he does where it's like, what is wrong with you? before the poop slime, there is a lady who lives next to the dump. The dump is internal to a building. How that works, I don't know. The dump is internal to a building. One of the walls gave way into her sewer, or into her basement. So now her basement smells worse than the sewer. He has to clean it up. She said she tried to clean it up, but it kept refilling faster than she could clean it. That means, and everyone knows this, there's like a help wanted sign. The town knew that the garbage dump had blown one of its support walls and was in her basement, and still the entire town kept putting trash in it faster than she could get it out, so she could never clear out her basement. And everyone in town's just like, golly, if only someone could help her. Dump, 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 dump. Well, not my problem. How it works. She threw the trash. I don't know. I would not be surprised if she was also throwing it back in. I would not be surprised. But the town definitely did. Town definitely did. There's like a place. He's like, oh, I'm gonna build my laundromat. Hold on, we're gonna bring up the paint again. We're gonna bring up the paint because I'm so good at this. He's like, I want to build a laundromat, and the person who sells the place is like, all right, I got a location for you. It's kind of shitty though. And it's like, all right, I will sell you this. There used to be a warehouse here, but it burned down. So you have to fix it. You have to do everything, but I'll sell you this patch of land, right? And this is his land, and there's the old building. And nobody wants this at all. Nobody wants to be here. He's building a laundromat. Over here is industry. Like literally this is the, I swear I can write normally if I wasn't using a mouse. Industrial. Over in the northwest is industry. In the southeast, well, that's the commercial district. And in the southwest, that's all the Adventurers Guild shit. That's where all the adventurers and all the guilds are. Who cares? So you have all the adventurers who make the money, all the commercial who sell to all the non-adventurers, all the industrial that make the shit for all the other cities. They all share one intersection. Nobody wanted to ever build there. Ever. They're like, yeah, I got this one thing. No one ever wanted to build there again after it burned down. And he bought this house from the Merchants Guild. He bought it from the Merchants Guild. Be right back. Gonna watch the first episode. It's like literally, I'm like, how are you a guild if you don't even understand like location? This is the prime real estate in the entire town. The entire fucking town. And nobody wanted to build here for how long? I swear, the regular people in town are all morons. Like I'm completely torn between it's an annoying fucking show because the non-main characters in the town are all utter forked in the head, and also it's a horror show because this man made a poop slime. Like, what did you do? You need to explain it. No one questions them on that either. Like, that's the part that gets me. Everyone's like, oh, look at what he did. He's original and powerful. No one sits there. No one calls him out. No one goes, how long did you shit in a slime? Like, no one calls them on that. My door just shut behind me. But yeah, no one questions him on it. No one questions him on poop slime. I can't let that one go. Like I said, it's not the only thing he's done with slimes in the show, but it is so heinous a thought in and of itself that it deserves to be the first question asked. How the fuck did you make the poop slime? The world demands to know. Hold on. Hold on.
Hiya.
Oh, this is like trailer 2. And again, just real quick, just to interrupt this, not you. I don't even have the other thing. Whatever, fine, I won't. But like I said, also, it's not even the sheer amount he has, it's that he can mix them together. So imagine each slime is about a foot by a foot. 12 inches. I don't know if that converts to meters. I think, what, like a meter's 3 feet, so a third of a meter by a third of a meter? I don't know what that term is, a third of a meter squared, or a third of a meter cubed. And he has thousands of them, as far as the eye can see. And then they mix together to become the equivalent creature, but as one glob. Imagine you saw one glob that's like what, 250 meters by 250 meters cubed, 250 meters cubed, poop slime barreling down on you. The sheer amount of power this unholy man wields is unnecessary. No sane man needs that much power. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 3, and 6. My favorite vet is live. I'm so happy to catch the stream. Well, hello there, Alapega. We were talking about how much crap does it take to make a slime be a poop slime. Do you have anything you wish to contribute to this? How are you doing, Alapega? I'm watching like every anime because there isn't that many this year. Yeah, this is true. Because of Corona, everything's kind of been pushed back. Have you seen the next season though? Yo. Assuming no anime gets pushed back further, it's a if it rains it pours situation. Next season is like, I've already gone through to do my red green list, like what I definitely kind of want to watch or what I kind of maybe want to watch, and I've got like 7 greens, 8 yellows. Like every show got pushed back to next season. I mean, it was yesterday for me. I'm even watching the Sleepy Princess one. I was going to watch that. I need to watch that. I had that on my, this looks so absurd, just because in the trailer, the look of terror on those bears, like the teddy bear guards' faces, just, I was like, man, that looks amazing. I need to watch that, but I have not yet watched it. I'm doing well. I just realized it was Saturday yesterday. Oh, because it's Sunday by now, isn't it? Well, thank you so much for coming on by, Alapega. But yes, to catch you up, there's an anime this season called Kamitachi. It has other words. I forget what the other words are. But basically, it's Slime Rancher, the anime. It's fine. And kind of like Slime Rancher, the anime, or kind of like Slime Rancher, the slimes can become different slimes depending upon what they eat. Except instead of plorbs, it's regular items. And it's not just like some weird crossbred super slime. So the main character of the show, ignoring everything else, ignoring his power levels, his ingenuity, his way to tame creatures, ignoring all of his strengths, he's known for inventing new slimes, because slimes adapt to whatever their environment is, or you can force a slime to adapt to get a new, essentially true breeding slime. And one of the first slimes this kid has is a slime that eats poop. He made a poop slime by pooping in a slime so much it had to adapt to eat poop. Why has this man done this? That is what we were talking about right now. I kind of want that list to be on again, though. I need the list back. My issue right now, and a chart, is that this is supposed to update. Maybe if I open up on Firefox, I have an account with the site, the chart site that I use to track what I'm watching and not. It's supposed to update across the computers, but I signed in and didn't update anything for what's airing right now. So what's the point? The mountain home feels cozy, but always a weird experience. You never know what kind of crap you can walk into. Oh no, it's super great. 10 out of 10, makes perfect sense. Right now though, in terms of Dwarf Fortress, we're just collecting material and moving it around. Essentially what we're doing, we're grabbing stone so we can do more things up here. I need to make more layers for the castle structure that I'm doing. That's kind of where we're at. I have other stone, but it's not the right color stone. I don't want to be mixing it around. It looks like my masons was destroyed though. Build workshop mason. Who's I got my mason? Probably one of the guys throwing a mood. Oh. But Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna go through everything I've been watching slowly for some time, because I know enough of you guys are weebs, or enough of you guys deal. Enough of you are just like, oh god, he's talking about it again. Why do they keep talking back to him? They're only encouraging him, those bastards. Jujutsu Kaisen's okay. That's really it so far. That's all I can say about it. I could go into detail, and I think I've gone into detail before. It's okay. I like the teacher because the teacher defeats all of his enemies with the power of K-pop idols, and that's kind of okay. The kid's teacher wears a fucking bandana across his eyes. His superpower is he reveals his eyes, and they look like super stupid looking, like pure idol eye nonsense crap, and it makes the enemy feel infinity. That's what it does. Just makes his enemy feel infinity, so he goes over and kills him. Okay. It's got some oddities. The main character eats fingers. He's possessed. He has 4 eyes. It's good. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's good. I like it. I watch it a bit. The irregulars at Magic High have let me down. I got to try to watch through it. Kind of got boring. Yeah, I'm looking through the list right now of what's even happening right now. And a lot of these shows are just, they're okay. That's really it. I would like to be as animated about most of the shows as I am about the slime one right now, but I'm kind of not. Assault Lily Bouquet I've gone over before. I didn't watch past the first half of the first episode of that show. That was just legs. Legs are talking. I don't know why they do that. Anytime the girls are talking, it just zoomed in on their stalking legs. And I was like, why are the legs talking? That was the entire scene. It was just these legs moving in position, talking. I was like, all right, you're some creepy pervs, dude. Like, stop it. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, the ones I am watching, like I said, I could go over, but a lot of them had good beginnings, and then they just kind of become meh. Jujutsu Kaisen's kind of become meh. Is it wrong to pick up girls in dungeons? Kind of become meh this season. The regulars of Magic High kind of became meh. Akadama Drive, I covered that one. That's kind of funny with how stupid it is. Then you had the slime show. Oh, 100 Man. The Million Man one. That's pretty good, but I already in detail went over that show. Like asking vet weird questions, but it's never a pooper, slime, or anime for that matter. What I'm interested in is weird stuff like conspiracy theories. Is it wrong to fuck small titty dragon girlfriends? What show? What show are you talking about? First of all. What character in what show? Because I feel like if I said yes or no, it's the wrong answer, no matter how I answer that, because you never know what the hell you're talking about. What or who is small titty dragon girlfriend? Is there an anime where there is a dragon girl waifu who has small titties? Or are you saying that there is an anime where there's a fucking small titty dragon? Like, I know that sounds weird, but it's anime, so I have no clue what you're talking about. Ah, you're talking about the little blue one. I don't know. I mean, if you're talking about legality, I have no clue how old she is. Which, by the way, Australia, as far as I'm aware, banned anime. Yay, Australia. Way to make yourself be a worse place to live. I've been around the world. Don't want to go to Australia. I've been in the Middle East. Don't want to go to Australia. Why would you ban anime? Oh, great. Another one of these. Probably he's angry we killed his wife.
The giant Osmaw's Snungorgorno has come. A gigantic creature resembling a human, almost unparalleled in size. Rangers, we need you to repel Raider Repulsa's giant creature. Alpha, we need 5 dwarves with attitude.
All right, we'll get them ready. I want to get them stationed out there so I know they're active. All right, where the hell's the giant? Is he coming? Is there even anyone up there that I have to worry about? No, there is not. SA, restation them up there. SC, restation them down here. They'll handle them. And go time. Oh, God. I didn't expect the archers to actually start shooting. All right, first shot. Who is the military hammer? Mr. Mantium, the kill stealer from last time.
Mr. Mantium bashed the giant in the upper body with their, I believe, bronze warhammer, bruising the muscle and bruising the left lung, causing the giant to have trouble breathing from the very first blow. Ginger Sarge, the Mine King, kicks the giant in the left lower arm with his left foot, bruising the muscle and pulling the left elbow. The Tree Hater Dragoman hacks the giant in the right lower arm with his axe, fracturing the bone. An artery was opened by attack, severing many nerves, ligaments, and tendons. The giant tried to retaliate, but of course missed because he's just so base. And he's dead. What a terrifying fight.
All right, what did lethal? Hold on. 4 pages.
Who is the military? Mr. Mantium bashed the giant in the head with her war axe, fracturing the skull, bending the neck. Oh no, the miner. Ginger Sarge, the Mine King, stabs the giant in the head with their, I think, steel pick, fracturing the skull and tearing the brain. A tendon in the skull was torn and the but the pick got stuck in it, doing tons of damage. Oob.
No, Ginger Sarge. Yep, 'twas Ginger Sarge. All right, Ginger. Pause. Where are you? Where are you? Ginger Sarge is going to individual combat drill. Does he have credit? He does have credit. Ginger Sarge killed Search Bristled the Giant in the year 186. The year of Armok 186. Probably thousands of years old. Well, I mean, Australia's a place where everything is trying to kill you. You mean like everything there? The scales have hardened, so have I type of thing? Oh. If the scales have hardened, so am I. Jesus. Dwarf. Looks like they knocked the air out of him. By the way, he can't read part of the text because of your webcam. Yeah, I've got it in the way. What the heck is my dwarf doing these days anyways? You're a hauler. What are you doing? Hauling stuff? You haul it good. Also, made me realize that I'm missing a ramp right there. Huzzah. So yeah, we have 2 dedicated training rooms and our dwarves basically train 24/7. That's what we have them do. They got to get their skills up. They got to be ready for the enemy at a moment's notice. The minecart system fell through. How are we on drinks? We're all the way down to 11,000. Fuck. I think the kitchen's still trying to cook things. Leather workers leathering. I was trying to move things over here at some point. We just got attacked. Oh, that's right. The mason to make the blocks. I keep forgetting like what we're essentially waiting on. Oh, he has been doing it. He is been doing it. He has been doing it. Ignore whatever the hell I'm saying, apparently. What the heck is my dwarf doing? Wow, crap luck with dwarves. I haven't had one doing anything of value in ages. Oh, right. Mud Runner free on Epic right now. Did you ever consider stand-up comedy also a map and a DLC? 1, what is Mud Runner? 2, did I ever consider stand-up comedy? No. I have been known for quite a while, no matter what I do, that my rants can be considered humorous. The only problem is I would have to... My rants work best for any of the humorous things I say on the fly. Does that make sense? And stand-up comedy, you kind of need practice and delivery. You know, how to best say what it is. If that makes sense. So, you're not the first person to genuinely ask me that question, but I don't think I would be good at it. If that makes sense. Mud Runner is a non-scumbag version of spin tires, fixing and taking over other vehicles. That does not seem that interesting to me, but if you want it, you go ahead. Yeah. I don't want both sides. I want diorite. There we go. And why is spin tires a scumbag version of Mud Runner? I'm guessing because they're a ripoff of the other version. Maybe. Bum, 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 beam, beedity, boom. Oh, however, comma, what is coming up next season?
Coming up next time on Dragon Ball Z.
What is coming up next time? Load. Still doesn't have colors because screw me, I guess. Winter 2021. Attack on Titan, don't care. Neverland second season seemed interesting. Ah, Cells at Work. I swear to God, every proper sequel is coming out next season. There is Dr. Stone Stow Wars, Yukio No Neverland. Admittedly, I never saw season 1 of that, but I want to. The next season of I Reincarnated as a Slime. Next season of ReZero. Next season of Cells at Work. Next season of The 7 Deadly Sins. We talked about that earlier. Next season of Log Horizon. Season of Cells at Work Black. Fucking... What was the other one? Next season of World Trigger 2, or next season of World Trigger, which I half remember, I think, maybe. Like, every major show is updating now. They've just decided now is time to update. But there's one that's fucking stupid to me called Back Arrow. I'm gonna read the description. Bear with me. I know some of you are here for Dwarf Fortress. Not that weeb shit. Let me read you the description of English, because one of the few things that I like as much as anime is horrible, horrible mistranslated English.
Back Arrow, made by Studio Voln. Ringaroundo is a land surrounded by a wall. The wall covers, protects, cultivates, and nurtures the land. The wall is God. It is the foundation of the land of Ringaroundo. One day, a mysterious man named Back Arrow appears in Esha village on the outskirts of Ringaroundo. Arrow lost his memories, but says that all he knows is, I came from beyond the wall. To restore his memories, Arrow heads out beyond the wall, but is embroiled in a battle with himself as the stakes, as he must save Ringaroundo.
I'm not even joking. If you're going to have a city surrounded by a wall, don't call it Ringaroundo. I cannot take your anime seriously if they're all worried about the land of Ringaroundo. The devs behind Spintires put in the hidden kernel and built-in instability, leading to the game crashing at a certain amount of time. Why? The devs behind Spintires put in a hidden kernel and a built-in instability, leading to the game crashing. Why would you purposely build in something to make your game crash? I don't like. Maybe I think you're saying something that's whooshing over my head. I don't understand why you would purposely crash your own game. Here, I thought you were rebuilding Ringaroundo. Ask Apple? Don't know, but that's why Spintires is scum. Well, no. So here's the thing: the Apple thing makes sense. I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying there's logic there, and I understand someone is following the logic. If you make your product to fail, particularly after around, say, a year, then your clients, if they're gullible enough, are going to buy the next product. That makes sense. What if your game crashes at a certain amount of time, then you're just going to assume that it's not a stable game and play it less. Like your phone works until part of it breaks and you replace it. The game, you don't replace the game. You have the game. It doesn't make sense. Don't know, but that's why Spintires is scum. That seems like really dumb. Not like your interpretation of it, just that they would do that. That seems like really derpily dumb. We got the seasonal music too. If you think you're hearing two things, don't worry, you are. I can't fix it until we're done saving. Can't believe I saved it right on the first. That was like perfect timing. Stay away from my
Castle of Ringaroundo. You better not be bringing any fucking posies.
Sarah, got an idea.
Wait, let me see it.
No, never mind.
All right, there's a mood. I need to babysit this mood, particularly because it's a brewmaster. I have had like 5 moods this stream, and I think I've let 3 of them fail.
Workshop.
Would he even claim a crafts dwarf? All right, he's gonna become a wood craftsman. Please just be done. Three wood, okay. Like old, probably more likely bad coding practice, like old Kerbal Space Program. Doody doo 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 doo. How about worms? Are worms allowed? Which had significant cleanup long before Take 2 bought it. Or lube. We don't want lube on a Ringaroundo. We do want to lube a Ringaroundo though. But it's like, it's stupid. Oh, and there's a show this semester, essentially semester. There's a show this season. Did not watch it. So for any of you who are, we'll say, weebs but not degenerates, I realize that there's going to be people who would argue whether or not such a definition exists, but I believe the context of the way I'm saying it should give you an idea of what I'm saying here. People who like anime but are not lost to anime, we'll say. track some of the memes. You may or may not be aware of all the memes, all the trends as shows become too dependent on certain tropes. There is a trope right now because isekai has become so big and popular. Every other show's an isekai about. He didn't start. What do you need? Hold on. Log, leather cloth. Leather, cloth, cut gem. So there is a jeweler's that isn't doing his job. No, jeweler's, cut the wax opal. Do it now. Looks like I'm back, Dwarf. There are anime fans and anime fans still live. I like if you, at the reference, smash that like button. So, there are tropes. Isekai is very popular right now because some of it did really good, so everyone else wanted to do isekai shows. But none of them can seem to come up with a way to do an isekai. I'm a character that's a regular boy in the real world, and I'm transported to the other realm physically or mentally. I'm no longer in Earth, though I am a regular Earth boy, as opposed to just being a fantasy character in a fantasy world. Isekai. They can't seem to figure out how to kill the protagonist off at the beginning. So the majority of them have you get run over by a truck. Because that's what you do. Kind of like old classic Detective Gunpew. What is his name? Spirit Detective. He has a finger gun. Truck-kun, best boyfriend of Lupin. Not Lupin, no! He dies, but he wasn't supposed to die. So now he has a spirit gun and he shoots people. Pew! Pew! Spirit gun away! Pew pew! What the fuck is that show called? He died to a truck at the beginning of it. They didn't think he would. They didn't. The afterlife didn't think that he would try to save someone. In Konosuba, he died thinking he was jumping in front of a truck, but it was just a God, my brain is fried. It was just a tractor. So he died because of a heart attack, not because of Truck-kun. Thank you, Yu Yu Hakusho. You are right, Coca-Cola. I'm Dick Tracy. Take that, Prune Face. Now I'm Prune Tracy. No, but so Truck-kun. It is the lazy way to do an isekai, is to have Truck-kun hit your protagonist, particularly at this point. At the beginning, sure, you can forgive them because it wasn't what everyone was doing. So it's not like you were copying everyone else's way of doing it. You know, you're like, oh, we're gonna kill him off. Truck. He gets hit by a truck. So the joke is that it's Truck-kun. Truck is its own character. Everyone expects Truck to come by and kill you to send you to an isekai. There is an anime going on right now. It's a rom-com. It's romance comedy. I'm not saying I watch it. Just the description's funny, though. The story follows protagonist whose name is written with the characters Hoshizora, Starry Sky in Japanese, but whose name is pronounced as NASA. On the day of his high school entrance exam, NASA encounters a beautiful girl named Tsukasa. For NASA, it feels like destiny is finally calling out to him that he will have a girlfriend, but things take a turn for the worse when NASA is hit by a truck and unable to attend his entrance exams. Like, even regular animes now are like, shit, we gotta have conflict at the beginning. What do? Hire Truck-kun. I forget what it is. I swear to God, some anime actually called it Truck-kun. Some anime actually called it Truck-kun. Regular animes now are having trucks come out of nowhere and just run you over for no reason. This is just what's happening nowadays. And for those of you watching on the YouTube archive when I upload this, watch out for Truck-kun. He's gonna come get you. And if you avoid him, see you guys next time.